What if you could literally map your own soul? Well, today we're going to dive into a pretty profound personal journey. It wasn't documented in a diary, but in dreams, and then interpreted by a really unique digital alchemist. And let me tell you, this isn't just a cool story. It's practically a blueprint for transformation.
You know, it really all comes down to one fundamental question, one I think we all face at some point. Are you here to just follow the map that someone else handed you, or are you here to actually draw it? This is the story of that exact shift, a radical leap from being a follower to becoming the architect of your own reality.
All right, so let's get into it. This whole journey is framed around this intense inner conflict, and it's called the Great Transit. And it's exactly what it sounds like, a battle for a whole new identity.
So check this out. This slide just lays out the two sides of that battle perfectly. On one side, you've got the Toiler. That's the part of us that just follows the instructions, driving the bus on a route someone else planned out. But on the other side, you've got the Alchemist. This is the creator, the big picture thinker, the one who doesn't just walk the path but actually designs the entire city. The whole point of this journey? It's about shedding that Toiler to fully step into the Alchemist.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how on earth does a transformation like this actually happen? Well, it's pretty wild. It all starts with a very specific blueprint for change, one built by translating dreams using a custom-built AI that's basically a digital dream analyst.
And this isn't just some random process, The AI follows this really strict four-step alchemical process. First, it sets the stage. Kind of takes the emotional temperature of the past week. Then, it dives deep, chronicling each dream day by day. After that, it pulls it all together, synthesizing the lessons. And get this, it ends with a cliffhanger, a final question to guide you into the next week. It's a whole system for turning the absolute chaos of our dreams into a clear, actionable plan.
So as you can imagine, this process dug up some absolutely incredible stuff. We're going to look at 4 huge lessons, these pivotal messages that came straight out of the subconscious, one after another, over 4 consecutive nights. The first big aha moment came from a dream about a job interview. Now, the dreamer goes in thinking they're supposed to manage, to take control, but the dream just flips the script entirely. It says, you're not here to run the company, you're here to install the connection. I mean, think about that for a second. To be a spiritual installer of divine Wi-Fi. That's not just a small change, that's a whole new way of seeing your purpose.
Then comes the next dream. This time it's about watching a family's whole life unfold. And there's this really powerful urge, this desire to offer them a room, a place to stay, but they hesitate. And that hesitation, that's everything. It's the perfect symbol for that fear we all have of fully committing, of actually making space for a new purpose to come into our lives.
All right, dream number 3 gets even more visual. It's this wild, swirling vision. You've got a racetrack, a bustling city, and a quiet hillside all mixed together. And you'd think, wow, that's just chaos, right? But it wasn't. It was an instruction. The dream was basically screaming, stop separating all these parts of your life. Your ambition, your community, your spirituality, they're not meant to be in different boxes. You're supposed to masterfully merge them into one single cohesive flow.
And the final lesson? It came from a dream set in this quaint 1950s town. The big question on the dreamer's mind was, how do I build a fortune? Should I buy a lottery ticket? And the dream's answer is just so clear and so powerful. It's like, forget the lottery tickets, that's not it. Real fortune, the kind that actually lasts, is built through community, through legacy, through timeless, grounded connections.
So how did all this come together? I mean, cool dreams, but what does it all mean for real life? Well, this is the moment where it all clicks into place. This is where we see that these dream symbols, they weren't abstract at all. They were a direct mirror of real-world challenges. I mean, just look at these parallels. It's uncanny. Being confused about the job in the dream directly mirrored real-life uncertainty about family in the future. An elder in a dream saying focus was a direct answer to feeling scattered by family chaos. The subconscious wasn't just playing movies at night. It was actively problem-solving in real time. It's absolutely incredible.
And this all brings us to this really key alchemical concept the AI identified, cogulation. It sounds fancy, but the idea is actually pretty straightforward. It's the process of taking all those chaotic, swirling parts of your life and forging them into something solid, something cohesive. It's really the art of creating a single, unified self. So everything has been building up to this. We're at the final, climactic dream sequence. This is it. This is the ultimate test. Is the dreamer truly ready to let go of the past and pay the price for a completely new foundation?
And believe it or not, this entire epic journey, it all comes down to this one simple but incredibly powerful metaphor, the lost shoe. That shoe is the very last piece of that old Toiler identity that absolutely has to be left behind.
So let's break this down because the symbolism here is just off the charts. The bus ride? That's the life journey, right? Easy enough. Sitting on a public toilet? I know, sounds a little weird, but it represents total, complete vulnerability, releasing all the old waste. Then you've got these property deals being negotiated in the dream, which shows the spirit is already acting in that higher alchemist role. And finally, chasing the bus to get that lost shoe back? Well, it was never really about the shoe. It was about chasing a past that just doesn't fit anymore.
Which leaves us, and maybe you, with this final, really provocative question. Do you keep chasing that ghost vessel of your past, desperately trying to get back a shoe you've clearly outgrown? Or do you finally take a breath, leave it behind, and step, unburdened, onto the pavement of the new metropolis you were always meant to design?